Hello, everyone. Welcome to Boss Radio Live. So glad to have you all viewing the show this evening. This evening's show will be a little different. Today, I really wanted to go through some of the amazing tidbits that we have gotten from the marvelous, wonderful, and amazing guests that we have had over the last 9-10 episodes of the show. So I wanted to be able to show some of that, get you guys excited about what's going on Boss Radio Live with NJ, and make sure that you come back because we have some really amazing shows that are actually coming up in the month of October and possibly November too. We have a couple of exciting things. Everything's always exciting, but definitely want you guys to be paying attention and tune in over the next couple of months because we are actually going to be talking about and tackling some really important issues and some things that I really have wanted to put together and talk about. So I can't wait until that time frame. But until then, I really want you to be able to get a little bit from every show that we've had. And so we're going to go down a little bit of memory lane of some of our favorite moments from the shows that we've had. So I hope you guys are ready for the ride. It's Boss Radio Live with NJ, your three-dimensional podcast. Baltimore, Maryland. I love my city. Wow. You have to have balance.
Mother's Day extravaganza event being held by LUC Lois Butler Culver.
Come meet me today at the Spirit Center. I want to hear what you have to say. So again, welcome to Boss Radio Live, where he is the boss of me. I am your host, NJ, and as I said, tonight's show is going to be a little different. We're going to talk about some of our amazing guests that we have had, and show a little bit of a little tidbit from the show, some of the shows tonight. Some really great points that I think some of our guests brought out. So first up, we have Miss Cherie M. Good. Cherie's show was really amazing. She helped me launch off Boss Radio Live. She was on the very first show, and we were talking about a really important issue, which is losing people and being able to heal and get past that. And so that show was really amazing.
It's up to you how long you let what hurt you haunt you. So as long as we stay stuck in a place of hurt, we're haunted because it occupies rent free in your brain, in your mind, and it keeps you stuck and it keeps you stagnant where you're not able to move past the pain. You're not able to fully heal. Right. So you have to feel to heal. So go through the feeling. You got to go through it to get through it. But it's up to you how long you stay stuck in that place.
Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. And definitely we need to take those words to heart. When we lose people, it's really hard sometimes, but we cannot let that stop us from moving on in our lives. Those people who we have lost would want us to move forward, would want us to have a great life, and would want us to keep on going. So definitely great words from Cherie. So next up, we actually have our next guest, which is she's one of my favorites, just because she's just a really good friend, but Miss S. Monique Smith. The show with S. Monique Smith was about a really important issue as well. We were talking about child abduction, missing children, even human trafficking. We hit on all of those areas. And so I really think that each of those areas is very important in our local area in Baltimore City. You know, we have people being trafficked. We have children getting abducted on a daily basis. And so this is something that really affects us and is a really important topic. Check out what Monique had to say.
I want everyone to be their best self. So, again, be that ancestor. And I want to tell my story. Like, people will wait. Don't wait till the ancestors are dead. It's you. It's you now. What are you doing right now? To inspire the young adults, to inspire your associates, to inspire yourself. Sometimes you will have to self-motivate when that pain is hitting those points, and all you can think of is who's going to drag you out of that bed. Yes, I had borderline depression. I went through financial woes, single mother 4 children, and I'm thinking I'm jumping out there. You know how Steve Harvey say, jump! And I'm like, he ain't say nothing about no parachute.
Yeah,
and
you're supposed to go without it.
Right, go without it. And
so that was really awesome, Monique, talking about how we have to sometimes self-motivate despite the pain that we're going through. And as a child of abduction, Monique definitely is acquainted with pain. And so just being able to get past that, self-motivate, get past the pain, and be able to take that leap of faith is so super important. So that's definitely something for us to consider. Our next guest that I want to talk about was Miss Mathina James Brightful. Mathina James Brightful is really an inspiring speaker. She teaches other people how to tell their stories. And so we were actually talking about balance and self-care and how we need to do that, because it's so important that no matter how much we have going on, how busy we are, that we still need to have balance. Check out what Sister Mathina said.
So self-love is a step deeper into the mental health aspect of this. Self-worth is intrinsic value. That no matter what happens, no matter what you do, you cannot diminish the light. You cannot diminish the spiritual grounding. You cannot diminish those things. So if you can't rely on self-care, if you can't rely on self-worth, can you tap deeply and lean on, and not lean, or you can't tap do self-care or self-love, lean deeply on self-worth. And that often triggers for us going way beyond some of the other things that we would call self-care, like the bubble baths and so on. That's leaning deeply on that spiritual aspect for many of us and doing what feeds your soul. That's intrinsic value. That is self-worth. That's getting congruent within your being.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? So we need to really, and I agree 100% with what Mathina was saying, is that it needs to go deeper than having time to yourself, journaling, bubble baths, things like that we do, which are labeled as self-care. But you have to go much deeper than that and really get in line with what it is that you should be doing, how you're treating yourself. Having that value, that deep down value in yourself, and having self-worth. That was amazing. And because Mathina is so amazing, we actually have more than one soundbite from her. So let's hear what Mathina had to say here.
I believe that one of the greatest gifts we have is the currency of oral tradition. And it doesn't matter if you're going to stand on a stage in front of millions of thousands of people and share your message. That is just as valuable as a one-on-one conversation with someone. because that one person that you just inspired made you just be the next Michelle Obama, right? Maybe the person that cures cancer, just because they had the opportunity to connect with the message that you offered or shared. One story can truly change the world. And we've seen that happen over and over and over again. And so for me, while going through that 17-year journey with Heal Nation, I had the blessing of hearing multiple stories. And before, it started off just within the unit, right? Just within the team of us who were planning and put together the projects and initiatives that.
Wow. So that's also super great point. Just the value of telling our story and motivating people, whether it's in a small circle of friends or whether it's on a huge stage, just the value of being able to tell a story is amazing. And you could literally change someone's life. You could literally create, as she said, the next, or help the next Michelle Obama. That person could be listening to you and be inspired by what you had to say. So that's definitely a great point as well. So, man, like I said, we have had some amazing guests on the show, and I'm continuing the tradition, guys. We are going to keep bringing you amazing guests with great insight, with great knowledge, with great experiences that they want to share with you, my Boss Radio Live audience. So definitely keep tuning in. Second and fourth Fridays, keep tuning in to Boss Radio Live with NJ, and we'll keep providing amazing guests for you to come and see. So we are not done yet. We have some more amazing guests that I want you guys to get a little tidbit from. Coming up next, we actually have Mr. Orlando Q. Johnson, who is really one of my favorites because he's my husband. But also, Orlando Q. Johnson is the CEO and founder of Music Instruction for All Learners, Inc., or MIFAL, Inc., and MIFAL Arts Academy, or MIFAL AA. Instead of a soundbite from Orlando, I just wanted you guys to take a look at his latest promo. He runs a music school in Baltimore City. He offers music instruction to those who may not be able to afford the high-priced music schools and other instructors that they may find. MIFAL Inc. is a nonprofit. And so they are definitely going out there serving the community. And we were talking about the art of the pivot in our episode, because Orlando pivoted his business from an entirely in-person instruction setting to all online. And not only that, he expanded his business to be able to teach and have students from several different states that are joining in his classes of MIFAL Arts Academy and MIFAL Inc. And it's been a really awesome thing to see him pivot his business and be successful with that. And so just want you guys to take a look at this.
Hello, artists and those who love us. Let me tell you about Music Instruction for All Learners, or MIFAL Inc. We are the bridge that connects people of all ages to music and the arts. Our program fills a large gap left by school systems who've taken music and the arts out of the curriculum. The arts allow for expression and fostering of one's creativity. We believe in the significance of music and the arts. By supporting MIFAL Inc., we can continue to create, even in a crisis. We've been blessed and continue to be a blessing. This happens through you becoming a corporate sponsor. Your support helps our students shine in their gifting. We are looking to take their potential to the next level. Your monthly support will open space for more students in Baltimore to realize their God-given potential. Join us on November 20th, 2021 for a night of featured artists from MeFal family. You'll have the opportunity to showcase your business logo and direct contact info through on-screen graphics before and during the 1-hour show. Contact me, Orlando Q. Johnson, for more information and sponsoring Baltimore's young artists.
So yes, so if you guys have your musician at heart, if your musician at heart is calling out and you want to look into doing music lessons, if you want to look at all the other programs that MeFal Arts Academy has, definitely look up MeFal and find out more information about that. And I think arts is an amazing thing. The arts are a way for people to express themselves and is a way for people to kind of, it's a therapy of sorts. It's, music is even used as therapy. And so these are things that are important to making a more well-rounded person. And so music and the arts are very important. Okay, so next up, moving on, guys, moving on. As I said, amazing guest you had. Next up, we had Stephen Alford, owner of Stevie's Food Services, and he is the inventor of Uncle Steve's Mambo sauce. I was hungry that entire show, guys. I'm trying to let you know. It was a great show, but Steve definitely had some words of encouragement, inspiration for our audience. We weren't just talking about food and the Mambo sauce, although we definitely talked about that. But hear what Steve had to say.
The things you're thinking of and dreaming of while you lay there at night or daydreaming during the day, they're not just there. You can do the thing that you're dreaming of. What you create in your mind, it can come to fruition. And that's the gift that God gave us. We were created in his image. And I don't want to get too spiritual, but in the beginning, he said, let us make man in our image. And you could go on and try to figure out who he was talking to, but it was the thought first. He had the thought first and then spoke it into existence. Same thing with this Mambo sauce. It was the thought, and then we started speaking about it.
Yes. So, guys, listen. The power of life and death is in your tongue. Are you going to speak life over yourself, or are you going to speak death? We have to make that decision every single day. And that is part of what Steve was talking about there, is that when we have dreams, when we have thoughts, when we have things in our mind, speak those things. Speak those things. Speak success over your life, over your ideas, over your dreams. Ask God for guidance and speak it. And that's how we move things from a thought or a dream to reality. Good advice, Steve. Again, this just excites me listening back at all the things our guests have said. Okay. So, and in addition to the words of wisdom that Steve shared, I want you guys to give his promo for his Uncle Steve's Mambo sauce, because I don't want you to miss that part either. Look, check it out.
Hi, I'm Stephen Alford, and I'm the creator of Baltimore's own Uncle Steve's Mambo sauce. What made me think of Mumbo Sauce was my first restaurant on Bel Air Road. I just wanted a sauce that was different from everyone else's. I was making the sauce in the restaurant. People were saying, like, it's ready, you should sell the sauce. So we started thinking about it, and it was just a thought at first. So during the pandemic, that was one of our main reasons that we considered bottling the sauce. With the sauce, it just hit different than most other sauces. That's when I knew that I had something. My mom okayed it, and she said, you could sell this, that she would be proud of me. And it was also on my birthday that we received the inventory. Uncle Steve's Mumbo Sauce is best served hot. We toss our wings in them once they come out of the fryer, and the ribs also. We would accompany them with French fries, or if you want to make a meal, you could use potato salad and collard greens, or cabbage even, and macaroni and cheese. So I have today barbecue spare rib, pork ribs. We're going to toss the ribs in the sauce and stack them nice and juicy on a plate. We also have Italian sausage, where we'll use the Mumbo sauce on the Polish sausage. We also have spring salad that we'll use Mumbo sauce as a vinaigrette. We also have Mumbo sauce on shrimp. We'll put that on a tossed salad, or perhaps the spring salad. One thing I could say to other entrepreneurs and people that are dreaming, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep pushing, especially if you love what you do, to continue to press on and persevere. And you will get to that place where you are just blown away by what God has done in your life. But you can't stop. Currently, our product, Uncle Steve's Mumbo Sauce, is in Harvest Fair on the east side and the west side. And Natasha's Brittle, 6615 Harford Road. Email is ordermumbosauce@gmail.com.
Now, if that doesn't make you want to go quickly and get you some Uncle Steve's Mumbo Sauce, I don't know what will. But anyway, enough of the food. Enough of the food. Enough of the food. Let us move on to another one of my amazing guests. My next guest was Erica J. Stanley. Now, Erica is a local pastor of Masterpiece Community Connections Ministries, and she has a lot going on in the community, very involved in the community, very active, and they just recently did some things with the beginning of school starting up. But listen to the words of wisdom that came from Erica.
I got too much to do. Long as well as as long as I'm living, I still have to pour out of my all the treasures that's in me, because when I die, I want to die with nothing. I'm going to put all my treasures on this earth while I'm living. If God has given me a gift and treasures, I better not die with the treasures. My God, the graveyard is full with treasures, and I'm not going to be one of them.
Wow. Don't die with your treasures. Give them away. That's what they're made for. That was good. Give away your treasures. They were made for you to give away. Yes. All right. So that was Erica Stanley, and amazing words of wisdom from her as well. So on to our next guest, guys. Our next guest was the amazing Robin R. Haynes. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. I'll let you guys be the judge of that because Robin's words of wisdom were many. They were hard to take sometimes, but for Robin's show, we were talking about money management, which is huge, huge, huge. A lot of people don't manage money well. And that's just facts. A lot of people don't manage money well. And so we got a few tidbits from Robin about managing our money. Check it out.
And number one, own who you are, right? Stand in your truth. Number two, put your blinders on. You can't look left, you can't look right. Don't care what your neighbor's doing. And number two, set goals. And once you set those goals, put a timestamp on those goals. And putting a timestamp on them will give you a sense of accountability. And I've said this in a previous interview that I think I did in June. I told the interviewer, he said, well, what about the possibilities? I said, possibilities become endless once you set your mind to it. Don't focus on, oh my God, what if this? Okay, of course you got to run what if scenarios, but don't spend too much time on a what if. What if it does work? What if you do meet that goal? Now what? Right? So don't waste time or energy or effort. And I realize that time is a component that you cannot get back.
Wow. Don't waste time. You can't get it back. Be focused and you can meet your goal. Whatever that goal is, whether it's personal financial goals, business financial goals, because we talked about both on the show with Robin. You can meet your goal. You can do it. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom, guy. Words of wisdom, guys. Words of wisdom. Wow. Okay, on to my next guest. And I thank all of my guests. Again, if you guys like any of the tidbits, because we just showed tidbits, okay? So if you guys like any of the tidbits that you saw today, make sure you tune in. We are here every second and fourth Friday with amazing content, amazing guests, amazing information. This is not going to change. I have some really great things in the works coming up in October and November, guys. So be sure to check out the show second and fourth Fridays, okay? So coming up next, guys, our guest, another guest that we had on the show was Miss Angela D. Wharton, founder of Phoenix Ministries. Angela has also written a book, and she is detailing her story about being raped twice. This was a subject that was very serious, and definitely we need to talk about it more, whether you're talking about sexual assault at a young age or as an older woman or person. So check out what Angela had to say.
Guardians, grandparents, I must say this. If your child comes to you and says that Miss So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandpa, whoever, if they say to you that this person touched me, this person did this person put this here, believe your child and investigate. Yes. Now, children don't always get it right, like to the T exactly. But if they come to you and say that something happened, believe them and investigate it. Don't dismiss them because they're pleading for help. If you dismiss your child, that's going to ruin them. Really, it's really going to have an adverse effect on your child that they will take into adulthood.
Wow. Wow. And if you know somebody who could benefit from listening to that or that show, you can definitely catch the full show. You can catch it on my website. That's www.michellejohnson.com. On my media page, you can definitely catch the website, and catch that episode that had catch Angela Wharton's episode there. You can also catch it on my YouTube channel, Boss Radio Live with NJ on YouTube. All my episodes are there, the full episodes. And you can also catch the full episodes on my Facebook page, Boss Radio NJ. Boss Radio NJ on Facebook. All the episodes are there as well. So if any of these episodes captured your attention from the sound bites that you heard, definitely take a look at the full episode and let me know what you think. Okay, guys. But that was important information to really share with people. If your child is telling you that something happened, even if they cannot articulate it well, even if they don't want to tell you all the details, even if they are scared, and they don't really tell you much, but something is wrong, investigate. Wow. So again, like I said, guys, we have had some really great topics discussed on the show, and we have had some really great guests. And so the last clip I'm actually going to show is from the show that was just earlier this month, and it featured Miss Shelley Harris. Miss Shelley Harris is an educator in Baltimore County, but even more so, she is a mom and she was a wife. And the episode discusses health disparities and health information, and talks about taking care of your health. And she talks about the heartbreaking story of how she lost her husband and actually her father. So if you can catch that episode, that was a great one as well. But let's listen to what Shelley had to say.
I began to do a lot of research, and I began to seek out information. And I had an opportunity to go to I guess you could call it like a symposium. And they were talking about the Black community, and they were talking about dementia in the Black community and how it plays out. And they went so far as to say that there is actually something tied to the genetics of an individual, that if you have a parent that has had dementia, that there is a way to check to see if you have the gene, because your lifestyle will dictate whether or not you will have dementia as an older adult. And I thought that was fascinating, that there's actually a gene attached to dementia.
Wow. So that is very important information, something that we can all take advantage of and get those sorts of screenings if we know that runs in our family. Dementia or any other health concerns run in our family. Very important information that she passed along there. So guys, that concludes my stroll down memory lane of my episodes. And so I hope that you heard some great information, something very useful, and I'm sure you did. So these episodes have been really awesome. Our guests have been amazing. And so I thank each and every one of my guests that I've had on the show. And also I invite you, if you are someone that is doing something great in the community, that has some really important information to share, please contact me and we can definitely look towards having you on the show. Okay. I can't wait until we're on to our next episodes. our next season. But guys, this has been great. I hope you have enjoyed the show today. Our stroll, like I said, through memory lane. And I'll see you guys every second and fourth Friday on my Facebook page, Boss Radio NJ, or on YouTube, Boss Radio Live with NJ. And make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. We have an audio podcast as well that runs on all the podcast platforms. Check those out, subscribe as well. But also like the Boss Radio NJ Facebook page, and so that you can keep up with the episodes. Okay, guys. All right. It's been amazing. As always, I will see you guys the next time. And until then, stay boss.